It is the Fantasy Rugby Games. My name is Jared Dyke. I wanted to say it's stupid and let's move on, but then you kept going.
I'm Ben Glauser. I don't like the way anybody handled that.
Collusion. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the Fantasy Rugby Yanks. My name is Jared Dyke.
I'm Ben Glauser.
Let's go, Bubby. We're both abstaining because somehow, some way, the sick bug got us both.
Yeah, we're both we're playing hurt in the podcast world by being sick and pushing forward with podcasting anyway.
Yeah. Well, the kid's first actual game is this weekend, so I need to do my best to heal up as fast as possible.
Yeah, and no, I'm going to be running practice tomorrow, so I need to be in a little bit of form.
So you're boned.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you still want to make sure that you check us out on your favorite podcast app. Share, download, rate, review. Feedback always welcome. And also make sure that you are buying a coffee for our good friend, the Fantasy Rugby Geek. Make sure that you are supporting him because he's a busy lad, just like the rest of us, as we go into 2 competitions for the rest of the season and the rest of the year.
And he's particularly sad on this day of all days when he had to make a trade that no one would want to make.
No.
So pick him up.
Give him a pick me up.
He's on the sulk. Give him some love.
Go give him some help. As always, there is no discrimination here on this podcast, nor should there be in life or in sports. We had ourselves one of those lovely double standards this week, and boy, does that annoy the shit out of me. I know Ben feels the same way, so I was just like, all right, well, thank you, you bunch of morons, for giving us something to talk about.
And once again, it's old white men.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
that are being all like, it's so fucking stupid. It reminds me of like when who was it, lost his shit because Reddy Moss fake mooned the crowd at the field.
I think it was Joe Buck.
It was Joe Buck, yeah. What a douche. But now, yeah, it's a fine young woman who just won a national championship as a sophomore and ended up with his most outstanding player, just giving it shithousery to a player on the other team who is known for being complete shithouse herself.
Yes.
It's like, this is some, this is just some classic sports stuff, right? It's not disrespectful. It's all in good fun. But it's like, hey, you want to talk shit? Well, I'm the one who's walking away now. Like that's fine. Especially when it's the target is someone who does it. If that's the game they play, then yeah, go for it. Absolutely. Right. have at it. You win, you get to tell them about it. That's the rules. And and nobody said boo when the white chick did it.
No. Not at all.
But suddenly a black woman does it, and it's the end is nigh, and it's horrible. Like we gotta stop being fake offended by shit, especially when it shows racial bias. Like, come on now, don't what are you really that upset about? Like what's so like that you can't see me? Really? That's that.
Oh, get off it.
Get the fuck out of here. And yeah, I'm walking away with a ring. Hell yeah, tell her. Let her know.
Especially if she's been telling everybody else.
Right. So yeah, the fact that everybody's losing their shit about it is just it just shows that we are where we are for a reason. That's I think what it is, just symptomatic of just how far, and especially like someone like Keith Olbermann, who usually, well, he's always a fucking blowhard. Either way, even when you agree with him, you're like, could you just not be such a fucking douche about it?
Exactly.
He reminds me of me sometimes. But like he just when he gets it wrong, it's like, no, dude, you're so far. You're trying, like it's effort. He's trying to say the right thing rather than saying the right thing. I think that's and that's when you get bit in the ass, because like he thinks he's saying something right, and everybody's like, shut the fuck up.
Nah, dude. Nah.
Like, yeah.
Try again.
And then Jill Biden wanted to invite Iowa to to the White House alongside it and have it be like a moment of sport. And it's like, no, that's not how this works. Like,
that's not how it's worked.
Stop it. Like, you would not have done it if the shoe was on the other foot. So what? So we know why you're doing it now.
Yeah, no, let's not do that, please.
Like, we gotta move past it. Let it, like, it was what it was. And now the problem is that, and I feel bad. Just I'm sick, so I'm kind of following. And there's other news that's happening that's more important at the moment. So but was it like Caitlin Clark? Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the shit talker, and I can't recall the other. Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, and yes, as I'm looking them up, there's a shot of Magic and Bird. And it's like, what do you think they did all fucking game to each other? Like,
oh yeah.
This is nothing. Like, this is not a cheap shot. It's people who don't, also it's a lot of people who don't know sports, really.
Yeah.
Who are like, oh, you'd stoop to that. It's like, bitch, you don't know what I stooped to win a fucking D3 game. Like, shut up. Like, that's nothing. I wish I was in that position to do that. You think I wouldn't have done that all, like, if we're beating Mystic for a ring or something, you think we're not doing that all?
Oh God,
like,
I am so happy to just kind of sit on them every time I'm sitting at the bottom of a ruck. Like,
yeah,
what's going on down there?
Right.
Having fun?
Like, yeah, you go with it. And yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's part of the fun of sports. It sucks to be on this. Everybody's been on the other side. You get dog walk sometimes, but like, yeah, you win, you get to talk some shit. Get over it. And it's part of the fun of it. Tell somebody better than them.
A wee bits.
Especially when they, again, especially like, you know me, I was never much of a shit talker. But if someone like started something, I was not afraid to settle up. Like, okay.
Yeah, no.
We'll go.
You're gonna start and finish, and if not, you gotta be able to take what you dealt out,
Right. So that's not my game, but I respect the hell out of it because it's fun.
Right.
I hated the people that I played against who didn't talk. I was like, well, now you're annoying. Like, you're too quiet. You're like, I don't know what the fuck to make of you.
Shut up over there.
Yeah. Come on.
Ugh. Meanwhile, don't forget to grab our Patreon. We've got all the fun stats for the supers going around these days. Mm-hmm. We will obviously have stuff for those that have gotten into their semifinals for Prem as well coming up, but just keep your eyes peeled for that either way. Mm-hmm. I didn't put up a full boom bust yet, but I did put up something for free agent ads because obviously people are going to be in kind of a bit of a pickle going into this round here because they didn't have enough people advance or whatever. So I put together a list of people that I saw available in my league and potentially could be in your league. So just and hopefully it just helps the juices flow in your brain. Go, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So that's all I wanted to do for that. But I will put boom bust out tomorrow for the supers.
You better.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm just proud that I get the sheet up like that.
Yeah, you got the sheet up.
Been doing really well with that. It's going to be much easier this week. Shit.
Yeah, this week's going to be what, 4 games? There's 4 games each.
Yeah, 4 games. Yep.
Yeah. What are we going to do with all this time?
Jess has me working on the greenhouse. She's already scheduled that.
She's already stolen that time back. I see.
Yeah, we're doing some constructing. All right.
Yeah, I see. Then no, I mean it's also Easter.
It's time. We got to start planning shit.
Yeah,
got to get my weed plant started.
Attaboy. Let's do a quick go around for TikTok Six Nations. Ireland and France, kind of what you expected.
Yeah. Yeah. Although Ireland put up a fight, but again, they're just not, you can tell the lack of professionalism is hurting them because they just don't. Yeah, the contests aren't going their way.
No,
not like the contests within the game, like the ruck, the tackle, like shit like that. It's not. They're not getting much positivity there, and that's. Yeah, this wasn't. I don't know. It just feels like France built that lead, and somehow it's like, oh shit. I think they poured it on second half too. Yeah, I remember it not being like terrible at the end of the first, but
it was 27-3 at halftime. But I think they get one right at the end.
I thought Ireland almost scored right at the end, or something.
some to
I'm
that
wrong.
degree.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I've watched too much rugby this weekend.
right. Feel that one. I feel that one. I watched it all in that one
And this
block
was a
after I got home.
right. And this was like a blowout. So I was kind of like, okay, kind of checked out
Next,
after a while.
I get the point. Let's go.
Yeah. Same thing. I mean, I didn't watch after. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most interesting match of the weekend, obviously, was Scotland Wales, and two really for these are two teams that have massive potential. Obviously, they went to the World Cup, and they did what they did there. But I think the Welsh Union's slight commitment, I won't say full commitment, but slight commitment to their women's game, more so than their men's, more so than Scotland's women's, excuse me, was the difference in a lot of ways. I know that's 12 points. That doesn't,
that's not, the margins are not like a 12-point game in this kind of contest is not it's small margins that just build up. That's 6-point difference at each half. That's not much. It's just, can you
it was 10-12 at halftime.
Yeah. So it's there. Oh, and I could watch Chloe Rowley all day.
Oh God, she's
all
good.
fucking day.
God, she's good. You see it every time she touches the ball, she's got the potential to just make something happen and go the distance, obviously, but
and make people look silly along the way, like multiple people.
She does, yeah. She's ball in hand, an immediate threat, and it just terrifies defenses.
Total problem.
Yeah, until she, the only way you're gonna do it is if she gets her hands on the ball and you absolutely shithouse her as soon as she touches it. Other than that, you're boned.
Or you successfully bracket her with two people because you're not one-on-one. No.
Yeah, one-on-one in space. Forget it.
No, you gotta double up on that.
Yeah. No. I like the way Cara Bevan is playing. She's playing really well.
Me too. Yeah.
This is obviously. I think. How old is she? I'm trying to think how old she is. See how long. Trying to just think about what her potential for the next World Cup is. Oh, she's born in 97. She's got years. Okay. She's got years. Damn. Okay. Holy shit. Yeah, she'll be well under 30 even for the next one. All right, good. So she's got a couple World Cups in there. Good for her. All right. So that solves that problem. She's definitely Wales' 9 for a long time.
Yeah, she's 25. Fucking A.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's got time. She'll get to the next two, I would wager.
Likely, yeah.
Both England and Australia. So well, good for her. But so yeah, that's great. Snowsill has a few more years on her, so I'm not sure that'll be the halfback forever, but
it's cool because these are going to be the players who, because they're stars right now. These are going to be foundational players for these programs.
Yep.
That are going to be remember. This is we're starting the professional game. Yes, thank you to all and there's not going to be a lack of recognition for the players who went before, but the quality of play is just going to be that much better. And now the visibility is going to make them the legends, hopefully. So fuck, good for them.
Absolutely.
And they're going to be great too. So that's the thing. I mean, they already are, but
so Bevan's pretty good now. I can tell you that much.
Right. And then once again, the professionalism kicks in even more for these teams. It's going to be, I mean, most of them play in the Allianz, but
hopefully
the professionalism with the system too, the program itself, not just not just the players.
Right. And then over the Gardens, our own Cat Roach was the one in the middle with the whistle, and I mean,
I stopped watching at half.
Yeah, I mean, as much as Illy put up a fight last week, but that was a different animal, obviously.
Yeah, England are just so fucking good.
Yeah, and they're continuing to turn out talent left, right, and center. The Jess Express was in full flow. It was, yeah, it was tough. Obviously, Dow got what, 4 in the end.
Fuck, did she?
Yeah, let me look.
Yeah,
Yep,
4.
1, 2, 3,
Reed had
4.
3.
God damn, you.
Yeah,
That
McDonald and
hurts.
Packer each had a brace. Like,
Yeah,
ugh.
tough
Yeah,
old day at the office for the Azuri.
yeah. Like, okay, good. We don't have to play Poppy Cleo. Oh wait,
Oh, I know. She said something because she was hurt. So
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like that was like the first Six Nations game she's missed in years,
Many years.
many years. I was like, I don't think they're good. Like, not to say
Yeah,
that she's not a good player, but
no.
like
I
they,
think even she said she's like they'll be fine without me.
yeah,
I'll be back.
clearly.
They'll be all right.
And they have because they have not that Sarah Hunter wasn't worthy of her spot or anything like that, but
Mm.
Kabea is now the new addition to the back row of
Mm-hmm.
this thing, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you had this little, and they had been playing her here and there, so it's not like this is her first time around, but they had been prepping her and like
Mm-hmm.
bringing her along. It's like, all right, you're going to be the new addition to the back row when when Sarah Hunter's gone. And I was like, oh, Godspeed, everyone.
Yeah.
You're all in trouble. You're all in trouble. So it was, yeah. They've been prepping for this for a while, and
Mm-hmm.
it's clear just looking at her.
Yeah, she's the pick.
Yep. Okay, let's go to the massive weekend that was Champions Cup round of 16, not quarterfinal yet.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're
Just
getting
eight,
there.
8 matches, not 4.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So
No,
many.
we got half that now.
Yeah.
Friday night, Leicester and Edinburgh. The weather just kind of killed the whole thing. So
Yeah.
made
Edinburgh
it
put up a
hard.
fight and a
They
half,
did.
though.
Oh, this was their whole season.
Yeah.
They're doing dog shit in the URC.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably not going to qualify next year for this. So they needed to put everything they possibly could into this whole thing. And yeah, they picked a decent lineup for it too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a question about that. Darcy Graham, Duhan, Kinghorn, Buffelli. Yeah, they had the right guys on the pitch for those sake.
But they just couldn't tackle Jasper Wiese.
Yeah. I mean, they were talking about Wiese versus Cracknell, and they picked Cracknell on form, and I was like, this has to be a master stroke by Wiggy, because there's no way if you're picking one or the other, you're picking Cracknell on form.
Oh no,
get the fuck out of here.
To me, I bet Wiggy was just trying to piss him off.
Clearly, it worked. That's the only logical explanation at this point. There's nothing else that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
And it worked. And yeah, Jasper was fucking pissed. He came on right at half and he made you remember it. That's for sure.
Yeah. And he was like, no, you're not tackling me down here. You're no, I'm just going to score this try. Get the fuck out of my way.
You ain't kidding.
And yeah, there's like, he's just one of those guys who, when he decides to not be tackled, that 9 times out of 10, he's not going to be tackled.
No. Yeah. And just, it was too much. This is still the Premiership champions, and they're obviously going to,
their quality.
It looks like they're going to get into the semifinal there.
That's a game you got to have that grit to win. When the other team is like scratching and clawing and biting because that's all they have, like if you don't answer that back, you're going to lose. And I was very impressed that because the way Leicester have been playing, their fronting up has not always been there this season, and which is why they're where they are in the standings. But if they could play like this, yeah, I mean that's why I'm glad Saracens don't have to play them anymore.
Yeah, no kidding. Saturday had a shocker of the day. Flow Sports has fucked something up again.
Yes,
there will be zero
very
repercussions for them though, because
of course not. Because who else is going to have Champions Cup?
Why get better when you can just keep collecting money? But anyway, Sharks and Munster, I couldn't watch this match because I wasn't able to watch it live, and the replay is not available.
Yeah, and I wasn't. Well, was not able to watch this live either until after halftime, and nah, my Pimpy was ridiculous, and that's really all I could tell from this match.
I mean, we all knew that.
Yeah, he had a ridiculous run for a try, like just a couple ridiculous plays. Like I was just stop it, especially because I think I was playing against him. So stop it,
stop it, just stop it. Stop. Yeah, it was a tough ask,
but at least we can move on to Harlequin's Stormer. Oh wait,
couldn't watch that one either.
Similar to that last one, except this time I hung around, and after half it clicked on also, and yeah, Quinn scored 3 tries in the final 10 minutes to make it look interesting.
Yeah.
Imagine if they played that balls out all match. But I don't know. I can't imagine that because I didn't see more than the first half.
We can't watch the first half.
So I can only imagine how they played.
Yeah. Can only. Like, seriously.
Dombrand had 2 tries though. I didn't realize he had 1. I knew he had 1. I didn't know he had another one.
He had the one to start him.
3 minutes and 3 minutes in, 3 minutes to go. Symmetry.
Look at that. Isn't that cute? Yeah. So anyway, moving on. So actually, probably the match of the weekend, that wasn't in Sandy Park, was this one. La Rochelle and Gloucester. And I'd say this probably was only because the expectations of this one were very different. The expectation was obviously that La Rochelle was just going to walk, and you and I, neither you nor I expected different either.
Right. And fuck Gloucester, but it's funny because I believe someone familiar to me said that that Gloucester should play Billy 12 Trees at 10 because he's the better playmaker, and that'll free up the centers, and then cut out us at
it's to go play fullback, which is where he does his thing best for this team.
Right.
For this team.
And fuck boys, kind of worked.
Worked out all right.
Yeah.
Worked out all right. There was some wonderful tries in this game.
It was not fucking embarrassing. Yeah,
both ends. They really were. Like, there was some awesome looking tries. Obviously the one that got the lead for La Rochelle at the end, but the first Harris try was great. Mm-hmm. Frederick Clark, just stop it.
He's okay.
Oh man, that's the Freddie Clark we need.
Yeah. God. Right. And it's funny because we've been talking about him not so much on the pod, but off of it, because like we missed the good. Like, he was so fucking good last year.
Yes. Like, unbelievable.
And we haven't seen a lick of it until just there. And I like, as soon as he caught it, I was like, okay, that's not a wing. But someone really, and then I was like, oh, wait, is that? Could it be? And yeah,
it's a bird. It's a play. It's Freddie Clark.
Right. It's Freddie Clark.
Flying through the air,
getting it up, getting it down, like, like he's done it a million times,
like he's done it his whole life. Yeah,
right. Good to see him back. Yeah. Hopefully this is a spark for, and that like, I really hope this is a spark for Gloucester, because they need it. They need to play like this in the Prem.
Mm-hmm.
If they play like this in the Prem, I mean, shit, this was the champions of Europe. Like,
yeah,
you play like this in the Prem, you're gonna win a lot of games.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do yourself a lot of favors.
Harris put his hand up and down at the same time a couple times throughout the game.
Yeah, he's still a really good center.
He is. He just made a couple of silly decisions.
He did.
He did. I did not like. Okay, so this has been in my crawl a little bit because I've seen some video of it. Obviously, we saw a lot of fucking replays of it, but we didn't fucking need to see. Thank you, everybody.
No.
The Colomb hit on or not
Ackerman.
Hit, just the fucking clean out of his knee. On Ackerman, yeah.
Do we know the status of Ackerman at this point?
See what the Googles have to say.
Yeah. That'd be good information to have.
No, I don't see any.
Okay.
Yeah, he extends his contract to Gloucester, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, at least Column's getting cited.
Yeah, he needs that shit does need citing.
Needs to sit for a bit. That was it was such a poor. It wasn't even really a good attempt at a crock roll.
No,
He
that was
just
a
slid
really
off.
shite one. Like,
Yeah.
there's certain there's. I don't want to get into the whole what's his face from Fijian rugby talking about get rid of rucks. Well, that's stupid.
Right.
Pass.
But like, there's already a rule for this, which I really like. It's like, you have to try to keep your feet. And at no point was Colomb trying to keep his feet.
No.
He put his arms around Ackerman's midsection and then without really grasping, just flopped over and twisted. Didn't flop. He didn't flop. He twisted. And it's like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Right. Like, good. They that's why they did the not they didn't change a rule, but they said this is the kind of new interpretation of it.
Yes.
And it's the correct interpretation. I love it because yes, it's got to take these hits out. And so what I'm thinking about is, before he even makes the hit, it's the ball is no longer theirs because that's a penalty no matter what. It's holding on. Ackerman had his hands clear on the ball and was pulling it, and I don't know who was at the bottom of the row, who was the tackle player, but they were clearly holding on. That was already a penalty. Mm-hmm. So at that point, if I'm the coach, here's what I would think of is, okay, I hate that shit when the players hold on for no reason. Like, let them have it. I'd rather have a turnover than a penalty because a penalty gives them a very easy, clear cut attacking chance right away. Whereas, turnover, they can fuck it up and turn it right back over. Right. And if you go in, if they let Ackerman poach it and then Colomb comes in and tackles him down while keeping his feet and then gets his hands on the ball, that's a turnover right back.
Right.
Like, there's no support there. It's super easy to do. Like, that's what I like for safety and for possession. I would almost do that. I think that happened in the Reds versus Crusaders game.
Yeah, I think it did too, actually.
Like, it's so just okay, you took it, we'll take it right back and we'll play on.
Turnover was fine, then turnover again.
Right.
I think I remember the referee saying that.
I actually asked Carrick about that. I was like, do we have stats on like turnovers right after turnovers? Like how often that happens? And he doesn't. But I'm like, now I want to know because if you poach it, it's so easy to get it to turn it right back over. So so much better than blowing a guy's knee out and then getting
let's not do that. Let's avoid that if we can. Please and thank you.
Sorry for the rant, but that was just my idea.
I mean, obviously back to it, just couldn't hang on. Really, in the end, Gloucester were really, really fucking stupid. Like, just aimlessly piling into rucks, committing really dumb penalties, giving La Rochelle all the chance in the world to get that final try, which they eventually got. It was great bit of attacking footwork and offense from La Rochelle, but of course, to get Thomas over. But just so much stupidity in the way they were going after rucks and really just aimless. They really were. I was like, guys, you're completely all blowing your load right now. Like, you're clearly losing your mind. Like, I know the pressure's probably getting to you, but like, dude, don't just fly into rucks aimlessly because they're dead usually.
So and to me again, the penalty at 70 minutes that 12 Trees took. Come on, go for it. Really go for it. They should have and that's why they lost ultimately. So it's a try scoring contest, and we'll get to more of that in a little bit. But this is a try scoring contest. Oh, we'll get to that right next, actually.
Yep.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, Leinster and Ulster at.
Oh, I was thinking. I had the next one.
We got one more.
All right,
calm yourself down.
Next,
calm yourself down.
Alert.
Yeah, we still have Leinster and Ulster, and you said it before we hit the button. Arm wrestle. Really is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, and Leinster kind of won every single matchup in the arm wrestle. So
yeah, they did. They really were.
It wasn't really a pretty game.
No, by no means. But I at no point did it really feel like Leinster was out of control. And I know Doak hit the penalty on 10, but it was like, really?
Yeah.
They calmly built the score. They had, they had the bear try and a couple burn penalties on top of it all. Burn was great with his foot.
Bear was fucking amazing.
Yep, he was good. That taste of international rugby, you come back to this, and wow, everything just makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, but look at that. Hey, And you said Doak hit the penalty at 10 minutes. When did Byrne hit his first penalty? Oh,
Shortly after it was
11 minutes. Like
yeah.
right
So
away,
you
you go down
on the kickoff. Yeah.
right. Fucking go for the fucking corner. This is a try scoring competition. Until you have a try, it's certainly until you have a try on the board, fucking corner. Don't kick. Just gets you in trouble.
Did it ever. Did it ever. Yeah. They had
Because the next thing you know, like, yeah, 15 minutes after that, and it's what is it? 13-3.
right.
And they went back and scored a try themselves. So that's good. That's a good response. But like, man, you're one chance down, and you get come away with 3, and then all of a sudden you're down 13 because that's the way the game's going.
Right. Yeah, it was, and they just slowly built it, and they picked and they prodded and they found ways. Gibson Park scooted over and Porter
bashed over,
quite ugly muscled it over, but hey, that's what props do sometimes.
Yep.
Luke Pierce is having a rough couple of weeks. Dude's just getting just gonna leave with a few bruises after the next few weeks, it seems. Stamped on his foot, got ran over last week. Just like it was a fly too when he got hit. He's like, someone just hit me.
Yeah.
Take a week off, Luke. You'll be fine.
Right. You need it.
Exeter and Montpellier down to the wire. And
yeah, but
oh man, just
can I just say fuck this game?
Yeah.
I was so annoyed by this game.
Same.
Like, all right. And this is funny because like Joy, I have never had a problem with Joy Neville before. I've always thought she's done a fantastic job. This match, she just fucking fucked it. She was like, anytime Montpellier did something good, she's like, nope, I see something that's ticky tack that I'm gonna, put out there. I'm sorry, that was not a knock on. When it's in a ruck, like you're at the bottom, you can't play the ball, you can't move your hand. Yeah, the guy pulls it back and then it bops off your head and hits your hand again. Like, no, that's just in the ruck. That's just all that is. It's a shit ruck. You're like the defense is fucked with it. It's a rip backwards. Let's just play on. It's the live ball. He's not able to touch it. It can't, it shouldn't be like, oh, the letter of the law. Yeah, but come the fuck on. Like, let's be serious now. That's not a serious ruling, especially to overturn that. Like to go through all that. Brace was right there and didn't care. I'll just play on.
Yes. Yeah, it was really, really fucking stupid.
Yeah, and that was just the one that I saw. I also thought the Mercer red should have been a yellow, but at the same time, I get why they're doing it.
Right.
He was upright, and yeah, I get it.
Yeah. A little dynamic in there, but yeah, I mean,
right. Exactly.
You can't blame him for landing on the red either.
Exactly, because it's like, no, just get yourself out of the situation. That's what the player is going to have to learn to do.
Yes.
Is if you're going to make a double tackle, you go fucking low, or you just don't do it.
Yep. Absolutely.
The days of the lazy shoulder are gone.
Yeah, you can't do that no more.
That's a thing of the past. It's good for good reason.
Absolutely.
Being as someone who used to use that, but I never went for the head. So it's like, they are not going for the head either. So
no. I do want to give credit to Curtis Langdon, who came off had to come off the bench very early in this match and had a ripper the whole way through. Impact left, right, and center from the first minute he stepped on the pitch all the way to that last minute of extra time there.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, it's a try scoring competition, and look what happens. The team that scores the most tries gets to go through.
Right. If it's a tie, literally. But yeah, it was a draw, but more tries wins. So that I did not know.
Yes,
although I feel like I should have known that.
I knew that before, even before the one last year with Munster and Toulouse. I knew that was the case.
Yeah, that's right, because it happened last year. I was like, I feel like I knew that, but it was one of those like I guess I'd just forgotten.
Yeah, no, that did come up last year, obviously when they went to their penalty kicks. But yeah, I did remember that because it's talked about plenty when you have something that's close and in this type of situation. So, anywho, yeah, I mean, I'm not excited that Exeter have gone through, but
Hey, who are they playing?
Stormers, which is
Well,
tough because
yeah,
Stormers
they're
got a
traveling,
brutal fucking trip on
right?
their hands.
But
If
they
I'm the
should be used
Stormers,
to it.
if I'm the Stormers, I almost might leave early.
Yeah,
And I know it's really annoying for players, and I appreciate that, but
yeah.
you
It's
at
not
least need to
annoying
put
there's 80 minutes there where it's really not annoying. I can tell you.
right. Right. No, but like you just have to put it in the player's hands and be like, listen, I want to consider this. What do you guys think?
Right.
Because it is going to be a bitch of travel. And if you can somehow negate it by getting some of the travel out of the way early and then getting your legs back under you,
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll help a
Do it.
lot. And
Yeah.
We didn't get to watch a lot of the Stormers, but they were just blitzing the Quins
Yeah.
apparently up until
And
those
that's going
last
to be
10 minutes.
yeah, I'm interested to see if, because that's like the Achilles heel of Exeter is that open play.
Right.
So we'll see. Like if they can bring that, I think, yeah.
Yeah, then that'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Also, again, just what I thought was a shit performance from Henry Slade, and no, I will not be taking further questions on the matter because I'm done with him again.
Yeah, over it. Over it.
3 missed tackles.
Yeah, I mean,
well, they made 12,
and a card.
but still, fucking 3. Yeah, 3 bad missed tackles and a card. Like,
and a card.
Not good.
Yeah. Toulouse Bulls. Never really out of the question, really, for Toulouse. Like, just very calmly and slowly turn the scoreboard over.
Yeah,
it was not. They obviously Bulls never even got over the line. Like that's enough to tell you what you need to know.
Hey, but they got that penalty first minute. That helped.
It making that decision in that first minute can be so huge in terms of how this game's going to go. And
right,
I feel like the penalty is such a neutral way to go.
Mm-hmm. And also, the second penalty they kicked, you're down 9, and you kick a penalty again, and then again later, you're down. Yeah, you're down 6, but like, don't you got to start, especially second half, and want to score points and really going for it?
Going over, man.
Like that's just, it's not going to get it done.
You have Grubler, who everybody is saying should be behind, next in the pecking order for a Springbok hooker. Mm-hmm. So if you really believe that,
use them.
Yeah, get yourself into the corner and see how it works. Like, yes, I know this Toulouse pack is big and strong. Don't tell me something I don't fucking know.
Right.
But you gotta back yourself at some point.
Right. And contrary to popular belief, the Maul is not just about size and strength. There's like so much more to it. If you're in better position and you're more disciplined at it, you can beat a much bigger pack. Like, but you got to give it a shot. Yeah, that's backing yourself. Say we can find their the path of least resistance within that group of guys.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't, well, then you spin it out to backs who are still in an overload situation. Like, go for it. Why not?
Yeah, it's an advantageous position either way.
Right.
Yeah.
Because what's the worst that happens if you miss it, if you fuck it up, if you knock it on? Okay, well then you get another line out 30 meters back.
Yeah,
go at it again.
Can try one more time.
Right.
Toulouse did do a pretty decent job of keeping Curtly Ardens balled up and Mooney. Really, there was the one chip through that just didn't stay in play, and that, man, I would have paid money to see who was going to win that fucking race because it was the two of them. And I think Ramos was coming across. Maybe LaBelle. I don't remember which one it was, but I was like, oh, stay in play, please. Yeah, trickled out. I was like, shit. I would have paid money to see that one go down to the wire. Because, there was a lot of green grass, but there was dudes running hard to get to that thing.
Yeah.
Stupid touchline. God damn you, touchline. Somebody shut up that coyote. And then let's go to Barnet. That happened at the same time as Toulouse. And, kind of nervy to start, obviously. 13,
and
14
for a while.
and a half.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was definitely shitting
But
my
same
pants
thing.
for a little bit.
Why are you kicking for points?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What did that get us in the end?
There had to be a point where they just decided, you know what, let's fucking just go for it.
Yeah. Like
Done with it.
You've got two of the best hookers in England. And yeah, I get he's not he could start on a couple other Prem teams.
Right.
Yeah, he's not like some of the non-English like Montoya, but still he's still fucking good. And you got Jinx. Like that's what they're good for. And you've got Maro fucking Itoji, and you've got Billy. Like you've got these guys who can ball. Like go for it. No, it's fucking and I was talking about the wrong Vunipola there because Mako was the hoose.
Yeah, Mako's on fire.
He was ridiculous. So why, and I guess he hadn't shown it quite yet, but it's like just let him give it a shot because that's what's going to get him in there and get him going.
Yeah, and once they loosened it up, it got better.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty clear.
And of course, what was like that? Oh no, they won did they win the scrum at the van? Well, how did Malin get that first try? It was off of a
yeah, they won a scrum penalty, and eventually the ensuing
maul
was there.
Yeah. Or no, did they tap and go? It was a tap and go or something.
I think it was a tap and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, it was
needed to score at that point.
Yeah.
And they did. They needed to score at that point.
Right.
And
Max is, if you need to score and Max is one of those players, you get the ball. Like
do your thing, man.
Yep. You're the one, like you're one of the people who we're going to rely on to do it. And fuck if he didn't. Twice.
Yeah, he did. He's a brilliant player.
Right. And I have always loved and had good things to say about Duncan Taylor.
Oh man,
I'm hearing talk out there about people saying that I've said things about Duncan Taylor, and I know that. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, wow,
untrue.
I was like, who? Oh wow, that's Duncan. Holy shit!
Yeah,
good on him. Did not have that one on my bingo board, but I'll take it.
That was, and the funny thing is, I'm yelling at the TV. I'm like, he touched it. It's our line out. And then I see them throw it in quick.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that too. I was like, oh
never mind. No, nobody said shit about shit.
Never happened. Never happened. I was like, ooh, boy, are they going to call this back because we touched it? I was like, and it's definitely not their line out.
Right.
I mean, we've seen it happen. It happens sometimes, and
right,
like, oh.
Right, because they'll blow it. Like I thought, as soon as he went to go quick, and it was like I was, and as soon as he threw it, I was like, okay, they're going to blow this dead, and it's like, no, they're gonna see what happens here. Okay, I mean, look, I'm Kelly. I did not.
Oh, he annoyed me.
Like his performance terribly much.
Same.
But that one, yes, he got absolutely right.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. That's fine.
Yeah, loads of credit to the Ospreys for a lot of things. Reese Webb's still a pain in the ass. He's actually quite good.
Yeah. When did that happen?
Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back and forth. Kieran Williams was obviously on fire. Fucking Morris and Roots. Fuck them both. They were good.
Yeah.
Not so much
to Exeter next year.
Yeah, I saw that. Not so much their front row though.
Hey, Nicky Smith had one good run.
Yeah, and somehow that negates for the 3 or 4 times Riccione kicked his ass in the scrum.
Yeah, he got whooped.
Like and truth be told, there were probably 3 or 4 other penalties. I'd say maybe 4 might be too many, but 2 or 3 other penalties where the touchy on that side was penalizing Smith, and Amish Kelly wanted nothing to do with it.
Yes, we could hear white over the
right, and I was like, are we not going with the penalty? No, okay, cool. I mean, I want to play advantage on those. I hate the referees that just blow it dead. Like Adamson is so averse to playing advantage; it annoys the hell out of me. But yeah, I guess we were not. There was a
time where he went right to deck.
Yeah, I was like, that's him. That's him.
Yeah, he's like, no, we'll just reset it. It's like, what the fuck? And even then, that was I think when you could hear the touchy, and then the touchy was even like, yeah, but one white went down was like clearly never
Yeah.
holding their weight, and because I think or maybe it was the other guy, maybe it was Francis on Mako, because maybe it was the third.
Oh, I don't know, maybe
the other way. Either way, fuck, it was annoying that Saracens should have had even more scrum penalties. Is really what I'm getting at.
Richie only had a hell of a day, so in there
Absolutely,
especially
even had to come back on.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, Richie's back on. When Anscombe came on, though, I was like, oh, this is going to get interesting, isn't it? And it didn't quite come to fruition, thankfully, but I was like, oh, this just got weird. I feel weird about this. Not good. I'm glad he's back. You know, he's had so many fucking injury struggles, but he's so goddamn talented. But
yeah, but he did not really factor in this one.
No, he didn't, which was quite shocking in my mind.
Yeah.
So, but in the end, you know,
I don't say that like he didn't do anything. I just mean they didn't score any points with him in the game.
No, they desperately needed to.
Right
at that point. Yeah, in the end, Saracens, their open up style ends up paying off better than anything else. So
how about we start the game
lesson
with that?
Learned.
Start it with that.
I didn't. And here's the thing: I want to shit on Eled Davies. They actually did okay with him in there.
I was nervous when he came on. Yeah,
I was too. I was like, oh fuck Christ's sake. He came on, but really, that's the most you can hope for with Davies. He's just not gonna. You just have to hope he doesn't fuck it up.
Right.
He's not gonna make a huge positive impact on the game, but you just have to hope he doesn't fuck it up.
How different would this game have been had Ospreys not gone for PKs the second half? If they had said, you know what, fuck it. Like, that's the other thing. So here's the other thing. Not only is it the Champions Cup, you're in hostile territory in the Champions Cup in an elimination match against Saracens. And kicking penalties against Saracens is akin to like shooting what's it, Jason Voorhees, and then kind of walking away and be like, well, job done. No, he ain't dead. like that's Michael Myers. You fucking pound them until there's nothing left. You go
teams have been on the wrong end of that a couple times this year, especially at the Stone X.
Yeah, and that right there would have been it's a big difference between 20-13 and even 24-13, let alone 28-13. Fuck that shit. You think there's not going to be much happiness in the Saracens camp. And then you're also not throwing it in trying to go quick. Because you're behind,
putting pressure on yourself at that point,
right? Yeah, and that's Duncan Taylor putting the game away, not well done by Ospreys there as far as tactics.
No, probably could have used a little bit of help on that one.
Yeah, at least one of those has to be a try, just to really twist that knife, because you can't
fuck around, man.
No, we found out.
Yeah, I got found out.
Just like what's his name? Nicky Smith. Again, celebrating on your way out the
way too much celebration for what little impact you had and where you guys were in terms of scoreboard.
Right.
Like chill, dude.
Job not done, dude. It Definitely is not time to cheer yourself.
No. So yeah, we have Leicester, Blues, Sharks, Exeter Stormers. And Saracens get to go to a new arena. Gonna go to Marcel de Lafondre in La Rochelle, and I'm nervous, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I think if Saracens can play the way Gloucester played, style wise, they're much better than Gloucester. I'll put it that way.
They'll have a shot,
right?
They'll have a shot. Okay, let's go to Super. Don't need to do too much hanging around Mount Smart to start with, though. Moana and Highlanders.
No, that was just a thorough ass whooping.
Yeah, it was.
What's the H sound?
Whooping. Yeah, it was disappointing for Moana, really, in a lot of ways.
I'm not impressed with Moana, really. I got to say, some of their individual players, absolutely, but as a team, it's just not there. Right. They're not clicking. No, and it might just take we'll get to them in a second, but Drua, I feel like we're in the same boat last year, but it's clicking for them now. They're getting it. And that's been evident for a few weeks. Whereas with Moana, it's still more of the same.
Right.
So maybe it's just going to take him a little bit longer.
I think so too.
Because look, Highlanders are not a good team.
No, but they made him look pretty good.
They made him look very good, and that's not preferable.
Yeah, there is some really good players on this Moana.
Perry Parkinson got over early, and it's like, oh, it's that gonna be that kind of game, huh?
It's gonna be that kind of game.
Let's settle in on this one.
Hold on to your hats, kids. And Crusaders and Reds. Number one, David Murphy sucks. Get that out of the way. He is not a good referee.
No, he was not great.
I'm disappointed in the Reds at this point, honestly.
Yeah,
I think a
are
lot
they
of people
good?
feel that. I don't. Again, they not dissimilar, but also obviously more advanced. They have many great pieces. I don't know where the hell it's going wrong for them. It's just.
Well, once again, to me, it's their cohesiveness and how they choose to play. It's just not working. Whatever they're trying to, it's not like.
Well, then
they're not putting out much of an attack. Like it's just not, and you can only defend for so long.
Right. Yeah. So there was a point, and I think it was. He didn't even hit it, which is the worst part. There was a point where they were down. I think they were down 12, and they were down at least a couple scores. And Liam Wright pointed to the post. I was like, "What, dude? You need scores,
right?
You need tries, man. Like, no. Get yourself into the corner and go. Like, you have an okay lineup. You have a decent, pack, obviously." Maybe you don't do a drive, but you have some players that can get you over the line. You have McWright, you have Harry Wilson, like you have Bataya. Like, get yourself into the corner and get a fucking try.
Yeah.
So again, saying it's very, very similar to the theme that we've gone with here.
Is Saruru really a lock?
He's another one. Him, and we'll talk about him on another guy, Hannigan. I don't know where to put him because they're not quite a loose forward, but they just don't have the strength as a lock. So it's like, where are we going to put you?
And I actually think Uru could be Uru should be their fourth loose forward.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize you don't want to take any of those three off.
No, of course not.
But it's like now you're taking both your locks off, and either of the now you're making your locks that much. I don't know. I don't know how it is, but all I know is he's not really providing the impact that he did when he was playing loose forward last year. Even in reserves,
he's bounced back and forth. He's bounced back and forth and found more success as a back rower than as a lock.
Right.
I think most people would agree with that.
And maybe that's it. Maybe it is the same thing as Hannigan, where they're just trying to maybe get in the national.
Yeah, team. I think he's better than Hannigan. I'll give him that. I think he's better than Hannigan, and given the chance would perform better, but needs to find a home.
How much of this do you think, and just to fucking stir the pot a little bit, how much do you think of this is on Thorne?
I mean, we know
this is a team that won a championship not that long ago. That's just looking like they just met.
Yeah, it's. I think they have. I mean, they also have some serious discipline issues. That's the number one thing I think that they would all say.
Yeah.
And it's not always the number of penalties. Yes, that's a huge thing, but it's like where and when. That's also a thing. And all three of those being the trifecta of not good.
Yeah.
Has basically what has bit the Reds in their ass.
Yeah. It also hurts them that their front row is now complete poop.
Right.
Compared to what it used to be.
Comparatively. Yep. Agreed.
I mean, just losing Tupou alone, not having him
was less than awesome, but yeah.
Right.
Tupou, Mafi. Yeah. Been less than awesome for their sake.
Right.
Let's go to Fiji.
Let's go to Fiji.
Over to Suba. And they perform extremely well for their home crowd. And
they do.
They were fired up, and the booms were out, and it was great to watch. It was really good to watch.
They're racing the clock for a while there.
Yeah, they
were a good while.
They were there. Let's see how fast we can put up, 40 points. They came close, but but it was
What was this at halftime?
I can tell you in a second. To do it was
33-7. Yeah,
that was it. Yeah,
that fuck.
Yeah, the game was almost away at that point. So obviously they got one more to just seal it. But it's obviously Billy. Any professional team, don't wait till halftime when you're getting your ass kicked to wake up. Like, come on, man.
And Drew they're not a team you can sleep on anymore. They're not.
No.
And I think I get the feeling that the Rebels kind of were like, yeah, they haven't played us yet. And it's like, no, you don't get that they actually played good teams. Like,
yeah, they played good teams and they beat some of them. So,
right.
Just keep that in mind, guys. I think the Rebels need to find ways to win these types of games if they want to do the things that they're dreaming of doing right now. Obviously, that means getting into the playoff and at least getting into semifinals territory, which would be great for them. But then, man, they gotta win stuff like this. And I know they're away in Fiji in a really, really tough environment. But man, if you want to be better than Fiji, you want to be ahead of Fiji, ahead of the Drua, you gotta this is a game you gotta show up and win, and or at least get a bonus point, which they didn't even do that.
No.
So less than awesome for their sake. I do think Carter Gordon's actually playing really well.
He's amazing
for the Rebels, and considering that we just remember who was their 10 for the longest, or for at least quite a while. Matt Tamua was a player that you and I both very much admire. But man, he's playing so well. Playing out of the shoes of.
And the thing is, he's so hard to miss because he's fucking giant and he's got the hair, and yet he's doing shit like constantly on the field, and it's like, did they not? How do you lose him? How do you lose track of a Carter Gordon?
How do you lose track of that?
Right. Because like 20 minutes into a game, I'd be like, oh fuck, he's getting the ball. Okay, fuck, I gotta work now. Not in this.
Ball's in his hands. Time to move, guys.
Your guy. No.
Your man. Definitely. Let's go to. Let's go to FMG Stadium in Waikato. And it was. I hadn't even sat down and cracked my beer yet when I turned on this match. And fucking. What was it? Over. I was like, dude, do you give me a second to crack my beer?
It's like, I'm just going to outrun Caleb Clark, I think it was, to the ball. Like,
man. And great start. Obviously, that was a huge start for them, too, because
it was.
This turned into quite the fight in the end.
It did. It was not an easy victory, to the point where I may have jumped off my couch when the final, when the ball was knocked on and they kicked it out. I was,
yay!
It's over.
God damn,
yeah.
Well, and really, it's a 7-point game. Bodie Barrett gets tackled off the back of the try area. By Vai. That is huge in the end.
Yes, it was.
And obviously, you're not going to just say, "Oh, just that." That's not how it works.
No, but
it's still huge. It's still a big event nonetheless.
And this is still a fucking it's Bowden Barrett we're talking. Like this is a fucking stacked Blues team. They're struggling a little bit, but to hold them to 13, and especially like how many opportunities did Blues get? Last 10 minutes.
Oh, so many. I was
it was just creaking the whole time, and I'm like, just hold on, and they did. It's shocking. Like to send some love to Sam Kane.
Oh God, you texted me, prepared to sympathize. My brain was trying to do the math. I'm like, the hell is he talking about? I was like, oh, I think I know what's coming. And yep, there it is, right on the button. I was like, oh no. And every person watching this match, at least every dude, reaches for his crotch, and goes, ooh.
Shifts uncomfortably, making dad noises.
Absolutely. Definitely, man. Oh, man. Ouch. Ouch town.
Yeah,
As they said in dodgeball, ouch town. Population you, bro.
Indeed. Because they like they were laughing about it afterwards. I mean, which you got to do. But I didn't even see it. I was like, what did he fuck up? His knee? And I didn't see the knee at first. And then like on the second replay, I was like, oh, because I was looking at the kicking leg, and I wasn't looking at the follow up leg, and it was like
at the high leg.
Yeah.
Nope.
I was looking at the high leg, not the low one. It was the low one that came up, and I was like, oh, ow.
Well, they were saying, oh man, he's clearly in pain. Yes, he is. You're right. But they obviously thought it was like, they thought it was an Achilles or a knee or something, and nope, just hit the reset button really hard. Knee into balls is uncomfortable. So anyway, glad Sam King was able to get up and shake it off for a little while.
For 2 minutes, and then you had to come out. I don't know if it was for that but
I doubt it was for that, honestly. Yeah. I mean, yes, you need a good 4 or 5 minutes to reset, but they'll give it to you if you want it.
Right. They'll let you take. Everybody will understand.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we all can sympathize here. That definitely hurts. But in the end, it's a great win for McMillan and his crew. Just I'm gonna be very curious to see how far this goes for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's weird to have, like, even if they weren't winning, I have zero problems with the way they're playing, and I think the way they're playing is why they're winning too. It's like they're scoring points, but they're also defending like motherfuckers. So it's hard to get that combination. So you got to kind of live in it and hope it doesn't go away for the rest of the season, because it's also one of those things that can. Well, if they got it right this early on, I think they should be able to maintain it. I hope.
Well, they had 170 tackles. They missed 18.
Wow.
Compare that to Blues had 74. They missed 11.
Wow.
So not the percentage numbers are not awesome in the case of the Blues at the very least. So it means that when the Chiefs attacked, they attacked.
Yeah.
Blues had more possession. The territory was definitely in their favor.
Yeah, almost twice as many meters.
Yeah, but in the end, you just the old thing, bend but don't break.
Right.
Keep them out.
Take that.
Brumbies and Taz. So I do want to kind of just point out the one moment in this whole thing, because we had Harry Johnson Holmes go to the bin, and then we had both go to the bin.
Yeah, now 2 minutes later.
Yep,
and now almost right.
Very quickly afterwards. Now I will credit either Faulkner, the Taz scrum coach, or both, doesn't matter, for saying nope, we don't want, knowing full well if they have to go to uncontested in this situation, they're gonna lose another player, which would obviously just be disastrous. They actually ended up nutting up, and I think they got a try over during this period too, which was nuts. So credit to Faulkner for saying, yes, I will train. I will be our third loose head on the field, or on the team, or our third tight head on the team, just in case. So loads of credit to him, and I'm glad people are seeing this and saying, all right, let's not get ourselves stuck in that situation. Let's have someone ready on the bench that can do this. We look at Ireland the other week with Cian Healy coming in and play and saying, nope, I can play hooker and I'm comfortable with it, and just. Teams are adapting, which is good. You don't want to see that, but at the same time, you don't want to encourage somebody to go down and get hurt or anything like that, because that's shithousery that some teams would do.
And Holloway got the try.
Yes, Jed Holloway got the try. Jed Holloway's actually playing really well. Is not so awesome. The Taz have been. Jed Holloway's playing really well, so gotta give him credit.
But so I was watching this knowing the final, because I'm kind of I didn't really whatever. I can get spoiled by this. I was so happy that I didn't get spoiled by Saris. But I was like, the whole time, I'm like, no, Waratahs are obviously winning this. Are you fucking no way? No, this is wrong. It's clearly this game that's on my screen is not what I saw. And no, fucking hey, good on the Brumbies for coming back.
Yep, making it
They really
happen.
came back strong and didn't quit. And I think the Waratahs, I don't think they took their foot off the gas at all because I mean, what the Waikato scores 55 minutes in. That's
Mhm.
pretty. No, we're playing with this one.
Right.
So I didn't like the going for three though. The Donaldson at 73 minutes. At that point, I
Right.
was like, oh, this is why they lost. Because they said, you know what, we're gonna go for three and then just defend. And it's
Mhm.
like, that hasn't been working out well for you the last couple of minutes. You might want to
Right.
not do that.
Right.
And yeah,
Hands up if you had James Slipper getting a double on your bingo board.
not me. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
nobody.
He was
Yeah, that.
excellent though.
Yeah, he was great. He definitely needs to be front runner for that losing
Hmm.
jersey in Australia. And the Corey Toole try at the end was just perfect. I was like, oh, geez, you couldn't do it.
Right, because that's the
That
other
was
thing is
that was the dagger.
as much as all the other guys have played pretty well for the Brumbies, Muirhead, Wright, and Toole had not made a mark on the game at all yet. Really, Muirhead
Right.
was involved a little bit. Wright was almost he was ghostly in a lot of ways to me.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, Toole was like, okay, Toole's the one who's like, no, I'm getting it. Although yeah, they had some runs, but none
Yeah.
of them.
It was a good
One clean
ball.
break between Wright and Muirhead. That's not Toole was the one who was
Yeah, I mean,
tearing it up.
Dippercini knew who was out there, and he got it out
Yeah,
there. So good on him for
yeah, and also
knowing
give
his
it up for Pete
players.
Samu, who was excellent. He's been very good
Finally,
this year.
geez, he's been a ghost
Well,
for most of the
he's
season.
getting no. That's right. It's good to see him back. That's what I meant to say.
Yes, yeah, no, he's
That's where I was
he's
going
been
with
a
that.
ghost for quite a bit of the season, but yes, he's alive and well, so that's good.
Mhm.
So, yeah, again, another team that I think for me, I think I have a little bit more hope for the Warthog than I do the Reds, and
Mhm.
that might be blasphemy, but just it's the way
I
the way the team feels.
I can't argue it.
I
Yeah, because
I
that's
don't
exactly
know.
it. Like I don't know that the Reds could build up that kind of score right now. I don't know that the Reds can put up 36 points at
Yeah,
the moment.
I mean, uh, O'Connor's doing everything he fucking can,
Right.
and I think Isaac Henry's actually played fairly well. That's
I
the
mean, yeah,
the
they did
other.
it against the Force. Okay.
Yeah, does that really count?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
exactly.
the only other time they've broken 30 was against the Rebels, who they lost to. So
Yes, yeah, gave away a couple stupid
scoring
penalties
30
in
is
that
not a
one.
big deal when you give up 40.
Right, not awesome.
So
Not
yeah,
awesome.
no, I'd take the Taz because they'll sort themselves out. And Hooper's still getting like
Getting his legs back. Yeah,
yeah.
agreed. Agreed. And then to close out the weekend, Hurricanes Force. Scoreline is probably a little flattering for the Force because they got the one at the death from Kibarigi.
Right. And the one 15 minutes to go from Kibber, like he was a beast the last
Yeah,
20 minutes. He was a, garbage time hero.
yeah. Some of the
Oh, and yeah, they scored a couple. They scored one at 72 minutes too. Yeah.
I don't know who was commentating on this game. I think it was TJ. He needs to learn how to pronounce the guy's name.
Yeah.
Guys, learn how to pronounce the names, please. It's not hard. Just phone a friend from England and be like, hey, how do I pronounce this bloke from England's name? Kibrigi. Okay, cool. Thanks. Come on. Learn.
Yeah.
Learn. And then we had the incident early this year where Nick Mullins couldn't spit out Tua Nukuafe's name.
Right.
Come on, guys. This is
That's
your
okay.
job. Learn.
Yeah. That is, yeah. Tui Nukuafe is not that hard,
No.
especially with unrepeated sayings. Somebody's got to get told. Yeah.
Yeah, please. So man. I mean, overall, I was extremely happy with the way the Canes played with, especially with a couple of pops back there,
Mm-hmm.
Godfrey and Sinkinson.
Yeah.
I am actually a little worried about what's going to happen with Brett Cameron. I don't know.
Mm,
I'm looking for it right now.
that was scary.
That looked less than awesome. To be serious. Yeah, yeah. And Cameron, they're like,
Yeah. It
oh,
just says
Cameron
he's
lived off the
injured.
field. That's it.
Yeah.
Which did not, as we know, just because you walk off the field does not mean it's not bad.
I can confirm.
Just remember that. Remember that, gang. It's not Achilles, but it could still
Right.
be his knee. Yeah, Achilles you cannot walk with. You're boned.
No,
But yeah, it may
but
well still be a knee.
I walked off the field with my kit bag and my fold up
Right.
chair
Right.
and I think a case of beer with a torn ACL. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Not great.
slowly, but I did it.
Got there eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really, really satisfied with. Here's the thing that Safa has done. It's pissed off Dan Coles. And Dan Coles should not be a man angry if you want to survive the Hurricanes. And he's mad because now they have Hamai Faiva that's in the mix now. Like there is no guarantees that Dan Coles is getting a start. So when he gets it, he's gonna have the bit between his teeth and he's gonna go. And he fucking played out his brain today.
He was ridiculous.
So, in this weekend.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. Yes. More of that, please.
If I'm the Force, I am a little worried about my goal kicking. And I know we were just like talking about tries and whatever, but still, conversions are important. And you know, being able to hit penalties when called upon and when the time comes is something that you want. And they've had struggles not named Hegarty this whole time. Stewart, no. Kunzel, no. They've gone to Garrett Simpson to kick right now while Hegarty's still recovering. Like, I'm a little worried.
I can't wait for Garrett Simpson to come back north.
Yeah, he's coming this way. Thank God.
I am excited about that. He played ridiculously well this match.
He's been playing well most of the time. So it's it's really awesome for him to see. Dewey played well in this match. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Holy shit!"
He got right over.
Good for him. So,
and Yosei, you can't
Brady
not talk about Yosei. Like, why is he not starting?
Because Artie starting.
Okay, yeah, but find a place for him.
Like, I know. Well, I mean, again, they're spoiled for choice back there. They have him. They have TK Howden, who's played pretty well so far since his debut last year.
Yeah,
they have Luckeye. They have obviously Artie. They have Flanders, who's playing fairly well this year.
He is also playing well.
So
damn, I would
spoiled for choice.
They are. I just would like to see Yosei at 6 and then just again let him and Hardy just do damage.
Yeah, I'm sure they're considering it.
Right.
I'd be shocked.
Because it was like if you had Yosei doing that and then you had Artie following him up with like a pop run, fuck that.
No, I don't want
kidding
that.
me? Trying to attack, Yosei gets the line break and now you got to deal with Artie while you're getting you're just not it's not gonna happen. And that's again why I would want both of them out there. Because like Harifi has been better, but it's like, dude, this kid is gold. You should play more.
Definitely. To the Free Jacks.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were winning when I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Match was too late for me.
Oh, I was still organizing shit for stuff for the high school. So I was like, nope, not happening. It was 9:30. I was like, I gotta go to bed, man. Nah. And it sounds like
they weren't winning. They were doing all right, but like again, the discipline is like they're playing stupid. They're just doing stupid shit, and they're getting into it with they're getting on the well, that doesn't help either.
Stupid games, win stupid prizes,
right? And you keep getting yellows. It's got to get better. Even though they're wins, they're not playing particularly good rugby. They're just better than the opposition, and it's like you can't. This isn't a talent competition. This is who's the best team, and hopefully this is a little bit of a wake up call too. As them say, it's one thing to lose to San Diego in San Diego,
right? Utah's not that good,
and like winning covers up a lot. But this is one of those like, okay, no, something is fucking wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
It's got to get fixed. Starting with the position number 1.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I bought some tape this weekend so I can cover them up on my ticket. I did it already.
I have them. I've already covered it up on my.
I couldn't find our tape, so I had to go get it. I had the same idea. I was disappointed that I couldn't get to it for last time.
Problem solved now.
Yep.
Otherwise, Dallas finally win. They take down Toronto down in Dallas. So good on them for not having to suffer through that for any longer. Right. Poor fellas.
And maybe this helps.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll
Well,
give
I'm
him a
sure
little bit of
helpful.
confidence.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of a okay. This now you know you can win. You know you're not fucking cursed.
No, I mean, geez, yeah,
Win.
they probably felt that way for a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely gets in your head after a
Yep.
while,
Yep.
after a season plus.
Oh yeah, a whole season plus, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chicago lost to Houston. Houston seemed like they're doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle stayed undefeated, going down 2-0 and just edging them out.
Mm.
New York won in New York. They beat Atlanta. Atlanta might not be that good.
No.
And Legion beat Oakland. And
Yeah.
they smushed Oakland. Yeah, it's a tough road trip to get out the Snapdragon too. So,
but ultimately, Free Jacks come away with a bonus point, and so do NOLA. So that's it. They just they stay
That's
even.
it.
So
yeah,
no huge shake up in the standings, which is no threatening in the standings at the moment, which is good. If you're gonna lose a game, that's okay, fine. This is the right week to do it.
Absolutely. All right. Cool. All right. We are going to be heading over to Fantasy Corner here shortly. It's going to be fairly short and sweet. We only got 8 games.
8 games. That's it.
Oof. I mean, rewind to when we were just doing Prem. Pretty much how it's going to feel like.
Right.
And if you're not joining us over there, we do
appreciate you. There's no Women's Six Nations either, so it's just these 8 games.
Right. It's wild. But if you aren't heading over there, we do appreciate you for listening to us, hanging out with us, and letting us yap in your ear for a little while. We will be back next week with our semifinalists for Champions Cup, and we can figure out what's going to happen with all
Super
that.
Rugby knowledge. Oh, with a bye week. Fuck. Yeah.
Super Rugby's wild this week. This bye weeks. We're all in trouble. Anywho, we do appreciate you all. And we'll catch you all next week. Enjoy the rugby this weekend. Have a good one.
Later.
Cheers.